giant fans of orange buckets. You feel a vast fold rows of orange buckets filled with gifts in second are sold to place of babies and snacks. And people bring them gifts to balls in the same cotton ceremony. Technically, they are small gifts, they are not more money, they are to show you when it meant. Men gives their gifts first and followed by the woman, and the man pays directly to Mammon, and when the woman was placed in the court and mount the grandeur touched him, Abraham cannot touch the woman, and while those present and cleaning away their hands with the position, the monks read a blessing and sometimes finds holy water and knock and offer the people. He will also usually tie a rod cord sizing around each person with parts of the blessing. Among tying the sheet around a child first, today as some monk perform the same began tying the cord around a woman first. To comply with the thought transfer, and the function is normally given to a layman to tie the say in the monk behalf. Buddhist rites and tradition can sometimes appear a little flexible. There is no standard form and procedure observed throughout Thailand. The woman will avoid or even brush against a monk while working. They keep a respectful distance. Monks will sit in the front or dress now in trocal taxi and not wait to bring other passengers. And not in the back with other passengers. If the front is acceptable and they have no seat inside, the wheel side seat next to a man. A woman will typically move to opposite side as Saint Jew to make sure he can do that. Monk 3 is trying to having said that, I did on one occasion stop telling people everything. Most people today can shut up. It doesn't matter what they think about, they will like to know about it. A recent promotion, a hot date, or even the weather. Whatever it is, people will always allow on the match. This may seem unfine on the surface, would you isn't it? But it's not. You should not. You shouldn't tell people everything, especially your friends. When you tell people things or without the filter, you are putting yourself in the vulnerable position. The person you are speaking to might appear to be afraid, but in truth, they are called a great enemy. How many marriages have ended because of an affair with a best friend? How many lives been ruined? Did you expect betrayals? The uncomfortable does it a lot, and honestly, right, you bound to everyone is stupid. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the content is. If you have a habit of speaking without you thinking, you will one day reveal sensitive information to someone who should not hear it. Imagine if German Bond didn't have the power to conceal his attention. He had have been, the world have been annihilated, annihilated. Brave Brooklyn Indian. If you never want to refer at your service, then land your tongue will you every time you speak of the people. If you do this, it will be very hard for anyone to conspire against you. Never with the other hand. What do you think about political are so creepy? And they knew everyone about him, and even his friends called quickly turn into enemies. And how many betrayals have come about when speaking political on party? It happened at the time Jeremiah's bind was out by the more centralized Jews in the Labour Party. And Boris Johnson was cast aside after he failed to hold the party line. With former President Trump had to constantly chop and change figure who he believed to be touched out of within his administration. Politics is a power game similar to musical chairs. People may be in power today, but the hardest my first hello and goodbye as adults. Holding my first patient hand as he passed into the next life. The Spanish semester of nursing school was an internship in the last discoverable unit at a hospital, then down the intensive care unit or ICU. No one wants to be assigned to this unit. It was where patients weren't critical enough for the ICU, but were not stable enough for a regular floor. They're the ones with my through that might would be more than standard nursing load could handle. Most units have nursing assistant or CNS, but nurse step down needed their hire on the SNA work and dirty work as well as intensive teaching care. It was not looking forward to the placement, but knew I could through the few remaining months until graduation. The nurse I was assigned to ended up being fantastic. A hidden gem amongst a flood of chaos. She was a tiny woman, tiny stature with a less presence. She had a curly tongue that could be heard well across the unit. On my first morning with her, she introduced me to my first patient, an elderly man in his 90 years. He was a sweetheart of a man. I enjoyed listening to his stories. He told me about his career in the military and his wife. He loved his life, who had recently passed away. When we left the room to get its medication, I knew I had a jackpot the listeners. There was no nurse to hardware, no drugs, and no spills. We stopped and took the time to listen and look at the patients. I loved it when I returned the man with medicine. He was starting up the gas for it, and he was when looking up into the stands as a light another line we called and see. Very slowly called his name and shook him, then looking at me and his nod he was wearing out of go and hold his hand. So I sat beside him and held his hand and watched as he took his last breaths while he made preparation around the room. Even though I didn't know him, I was emotional experience watching him take his last breaths and make his excited from his work. He was first missed. I was just minutes before I was cheating away from me about his life, and now here he was gone. At some time that he was hard to watch a stranger pass away in a hospital room without anyone knowing him. It was to have very peaceful experience. He simply waited his last breath and leave his world. I experienced it from one death on the unit, but not the previous one. Lewis had not precious chance of death at the so I need to bring him back.